Hey, what's going on, my friends? This is Rowan from OptimizeFX bringing you an update on the $1,000 robots that blew their accounts. So I've got 4 robots that we're just going to go through quickly here. I did say I was going to bring a video on it, so here's a video. It's not going to be a very long video. I just want to show you guys how these robots performed before the account blew. Maybe some other reasons why. And if you guys think that I should test them again, maybe with some better settings. Pretty much the settings that I used for these 4 were the base settings. So I believe that maybe with some optimization or some better settings that these may perform better. But unfortunately they didn't in this case. And we'll start off with Armageddon. So this one here, it traded 1 pair, H1 time frame, started with $1,000 as you know. Had a steady curve going. It wasn't making a whole heap of money, and then unfortunately it just blew the account. And as you can see here, we can see around the 27th or 28th of March, there was a big spike upwards, and this is, remember, this is the H1 or the hour 1 time frame, and I believe it just couldn't. It probably placed sells here, and then it just kept placing sells as it went up, and it just kept going up and up and up, and it couldn't trade out of it, didn't have enough equity, and in that case it just blew the account. And we'll just have a look at the statement here, and it did get up to 1,310 ish. And before it blew the account, so it did make about $300-ish. And then this one just went out really quick. So this one was only going for, when does this start? The 23rd to the 27th. So it only took 4 days for this robot to blow $1,000 on the base settings, I believe. As you can see here, close profit loss negative 998. But in that 4 days it made $300. So I think it was quite aggressive. Not too sure, but I believe it's worth another go, possibly. But as you can see here, this is what I thought it was doing. So sell, 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 sell. You can see all the sells here. And it just couldn't trade out of that huge uptrend that it got caught in. So it just kept placing sells. It didn't hedge or anything like that. Obviously it didn't trade like that. So unfortunately, there's, I think, probably the very first or the second trade it did when it placed a sell. This is the first one that it made, because you can see it's negative 51 and negative 91. So as you go up in lot sizes, you essentially double. So almost 100. Say 50, nearly 100. But as you can see here though, it did have some, like it made $150 in 3 trades. But that was probably hedged by these ones. So it wasn't 150, probably take out, 1, 2, 3, about $80 we'll say. And then it made 150 probably on those ones. So it is, I think it is a martingale strategy, but yeah, unfortunately it just it lasted 4 days. So maybe with Armageddon I'll try and find some better set files, but unfortunately it blew the account in 4 days. So I'm glad I found that out before obviously running it on a live account. If you know, that's a quick way to lose $1,000 of your hard-earned money. I'd hate to see you guys do that. So this is why I'm doing all this, just to show you all, how robots perform in a live demo environment. But yeah, that's Armageddon in a nutshell. Quite unfortunate with that one. So we move on to another one, and this one I noticed on forums a lot of people loved, and it was quite up the top. Traideringer. It's quite up the top of the list as being one of the best robots. So I was quite surprised to see it go down or blow the account. I was only running 3 pairs, and I think I was pretty much running the base settings. Weekly goal 50%, like the lot size was 0.01, the range between levels 25, number of levels, I think this is pretty much the base settings. Correct me if I'm wrong. What is reset? No, it wasn't. So it wasn't base settings, and well, we'll see. I might run Traideringer again on default settings. I don't know where I got those settings from, and we'll see how it goes. The range I could see was 25 to 21. It does have an equity stop. It does stop running after weekly goal. I think I've changed that because it stopped. It stopped on like the first or second day. It made 5% on the. I think it's the account. But yeah, I think this Traideringer it's worthy for another test. Maybe the settings that I used were not enough for $1,000. We're running 3 pairs. Who knows? There's probably a lot of factors here, but I'll look into it, and I think it's worthy for another test. If you've got some suggestions with Traideringer on to make it profitable, let me know. I've also got Traideringer version 4.03 now, I believe. And I think that one has a few less bugs if you're running a few different pairs, which is what may have happened with this one. I'm not sure. So we'll have a look at the statement for it, and running 3 pairs, it made almost $500. It started at 1,000, and it was running since the 10th of March. So you can see there, I put in $1,000 on the 10th of March. It had some pretty decent trades right at the very start. There's one here. There's 65. Getting up there with the lot sizes for a robot, anyway. And it was making some decent profits. And then we have here these negatives. So Euro Yen decided it would move against, it would go up. So it was placing sells, and it was just going the wrong way for it. And there's Euro Yen there. So it was Euro Yen, Euro Yen that blew the account, unfortunately. So let's have a look at that and what happened there. This one, and we'll go back. So you can see, actually, yeah, I had it zoomed in so you can see what happened here. So if I make them candles, might make it easier. But you can see here this big candle here, and this is where it placed sells, sell, and just kept going up. It was quite a big candle. The one previous to that was quite big as well. It didn't trade this really big one, which may have been like a Friday or a Saturday, due to the settings, but it looks like it only traded. Let's have a look on the statement. So it blew the account on the 24th and it started on the 10th. So 2 weeks. 2 weeks, pretty much, two and a bit weeks. So yeah, unfortunately Traideringer blew the account. Might look at some better settings for it, but it's out of the competition. And I think a lot of the bots are determined by those set files as well, so obviously, but in this case it might have been my bad. I might have had the wrong settings. So we move on to gold mining latest. This one, I was a huge fan of this one at the start, and then I saw it blow my demo account when I had like $2,600 in it. And this is running the M1 time frame, pretty much base settings. But yeah, it it's definitely a profitable robot. But I'll show you, this is the statement for, I think, since January. Because I have been testing this one. This was like my favorite robot at the start of the year. As you can see, I've been testing it for quite a while. So it made some decent profits. So I started it at $500 and it went for, I think, a month or two, almost a month maybe, and then it just it blew the account. It had like two and a half grand in it, and it blew the account in a matter of like 10 minutes. I think then I chucked another 500 in, and I think this is where I started this challenge, which would have been probably on the 10th of March, and you know, it made some decent profits. It had, things got a bit shaky at the end there, and it didn't blow the account, but it blew, you know, more than half. It almost went down to, well, it did go down to $500 or $400. Then it almost made 1,000 again, you know, another 500 on that, and it blew the account. So unfortunately, this is a great robot, but unfortunately it's just not, it can't handle the market. Now, it could be due to the coronavirus mucking up the markets. I'm not sure. I haven't actually ran this robot in a market without coronavirus, except for January, the end of January, which is when all this started. But I think it, for as a robot, if I had the source file, it could probably be improved. I saw the spread at the very end get to like $4.50, which was pretty huge for a 1 minute time frame, and I saw that the robot, it just couldn't, it would go right past the take profit, and the reason why it would do that is because it wouldn't take a profit as a loss, and the reason why it would still show as a loss when it hit the take profit is because of the spread. So I saw that that was a huge factor for this robot. So if the spread gets really wide, as in like $4.50 or even $4 or $3, this robot's just not, it just can't handle that. So if this robot had like a spread protection where it wouldn't open a trade unless it was below a certain amount, or if it got up to a certain amount it would close all of them, or who knows, maybe it could perform better, because it is opening trades at large spreads, and on the 1 minute time frame that really affects the robot. So that's just some insight into the gold mining robot. It is profitable, definitely profitable, but you don't know when you're going to lose the account. And I think if you had like, I think I was doing some testing, and even if you had like 10 grand, it would have blown the account. So yeah, really dangerous robot. Is profitable, but really dangerous. I probably wouldn't recommend this to anyone, but it was worth having a look at. I did myself make some money on a real account with this one, but I also lost a lot of money with this one as well. So I learnt my lesson. As you can see, the test there, very volatile. You can lose your account in a matter of minutes. I saw one of my accounts get blown in like 2 minutes. That hurts, but things happen, right? And we'll go on to the last one, BDPROFIT. This one's quite interesting, and I believe it can be very profitable. We've got a balance of $12, you know, from 1,000. But what I'll do is I'll show you the statement for it. Look at that. Look at that curve there. It was starting to get really good, and this is only trading pound USD, which is probably the wrong pair to trade. And as you can see, we started at 0.03 lots, and it went up as the equity got up. So then it started at 0.04, 0.05, 6, and when it got to 6, the market, or when it got to 7, sorry, the market started going against the robot, and at the very end there, it blew the account on the 26th of March. So when did it start? This one I started on the 10th. So I think this one can be quite profitable. It maybe with the right settings, maybe if you just withdraw. I did have it on 0.01 per 200 capital. So it was quite an aggressive setting, and I believe, we'll just check, it wasn't the base setting for it. It was different. So yeah, we'll just see, but please withdraw regulars. So whoever made this robot obviously knows that it blows the account, and as you can see that there, this one is profitable, but you just need to withdraw regularly in order to keep your capital. So once you get, if you're going to trade this one, once you get your capital back, then you can start playing with the money that it makes and see how you go from there. But BDPROFIT, very interesting. May muck around with that one. I can see that it has got potential. You know, it from the 10th to the 26th, it made quite a lot, as you saw. But I think if you adjust like the lot size here to like maybe 0.01 per 500, it won't. You won't blow your account probably as quickly. It'll make a bit less, but it may, the robot may last longer than a week or two. So that's just on review on the robots that failed. I will be doing one more video on the ones that are still going, just for you guys. And we'll just have a quick look at them. So they're all the ones that are still going quite well, I believe. So BS Trend is still going. We have the Eclatant, which is absolutely killing it. And we have Samurai, which has actually made some money now instead of being in the red. So it is up, but it's not up by much. We have MIEA, which is very much in the red. I didn't really expect that. So it'll probably blow the account soon. Didn't make much money either, so $133, if that. Kingle, which is going really well. This is only trading one pair. Look at that drawdown, negative $8. I haven't seen it go very high at all. This is an awesome robot. And the last one is the EA Arrow TMA. It was going really well, but this week this is the most drawdown I've ever seen this one be in, so negative $126, but it has made $300 almost. So that's just a quick overview on how the other robots are going, and I'll do a probably final video next week at the end of the trading week, and yeah, that will wrap up the $1,000 robot challenge. If you've got any suggestions or comments on the challenge, or if you'd like to see a certain robot in the challenge, please chuck a comment down below. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell when you want to be notified of new videos coming out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.